Thank you, Dr. Muhammad, for this introduction, and congratulations for this excellent meeting. And it is very nice opportunity for us to meet and discuss difficult cases and to clearly and transparently admit our complications and discuss it in a very reasonable manner. I think after all these outstanding interventional case, it is reasonable to take some rest from coronary interventions, and this is actually a nightmare due to pacemaker or during insertion of permanent pacemaker. Our patient is a male patient, 31 years old, with implanted permanent pacemaker 9 years ago. Actually, I don't have any idea about what's the cause at that time for permanent pacemaker. He presented with sloughed pocket and the battery extruded from the wound. So the decision was to insert a temporary pacemaker, remove the old battery, clean the wound and taking cultures to give the proper antibiotic, implant another permanent pacemaker at the other side, probably after 5 to 7 days. What happened? While removing the battery after a great deal of dissection due to strong and very adhesive fibrous bands, we decided to cut the lead and isolate it in a usual manner. But the assisting doctor unfortunately has held the lead under tension, withdrawing the lead with the attached endocardium. You know, after 9 years of pacemaker implanted, we have a very strong encapsulation, not only around the tip, but it can extend along the whole course of the lead. So what to do? If we will leave the lead, it will retract in the RV and maybe in the left subclavian and the SVC, and will be anidus for thrombosis and endocarditis. And if we are insisting to extract the lead manually, we don't have no extraction device at that time, so the risk of RV injury is high, and even the most common complication is the avulsion of one of the leaflets of the tricuspid valve. Anyhow, due to an old evidence that at the beginning of permanent pacemaker implantation, there was no, at that time, extraction devices. And one of the usual methods 15 or 20 years back is to apply sustained and graded traction. Sometimes in some centers they applied increasing weights attached to pulley or buckle. In a very gentle way, we rolled the lead over the needle holder, extracting it from the RV, and it was successful at the beginning. But unfortunately, the lead was entrapped in the left subclavian vein, and we cannot making any more manual traction and starting to be uncoiled. So we have a missing part of the lead entrapped in the left subclavian vein. What to do? We started to make some surgical consultation to one of our colleagues, and during that time, we tried to snare it down. We entered from the right femoral vein and entering through the left subclavian vein, and try to adjust our snare tip to hold and grasp firmly the lead, and we succeeded. And as you see here, we are making down traction of the missing part of the lead. As you see here, we succeeded to bring this piece of the lead down, down, down. But unfortunately, at the end, we are coming out. And now the extracted or the expected extracted segment now in the inferior vena cava. Again, we tried to grasp it again by the snare, and at this time, I succeeded to firmly snare it and coming back from the sheath. And the very important point is to make screening by the cine to be sure that there are no any missing parts of the lead. This is the extracted lead. After 10 days, the patient returned with serosanguinous discharge from the new wound. Of course, after that, we put a permanent pacemaker from the other side, but unfortunately, after 10 days, the patient returned with some serosanguinous discharge from the new wound, mostly seroma. All cultures were negative. Leukocytic count was normal, and the patient was afebrile in this time. We admitted him for another week on antibiotics and discharged after 10 days, afebrile, non-complaining, with both wounds clean. Thank you very much.